Hi there, this is Advocate Prashant Kanha, and along with me I have Advocate Apur Prasad. And in this video, we are talking about the registration process of an ART clinic and also that how these clinics can be deregistered or cancelled if in case there is any violation. What is the platform or the medium through which registration is granted? Who are the stakeholders who are involved in granting the registration, inspecting the ART clinics, and what can be the conditions or circumstances in which the registration can be cancelled? What is the validity and what are the basic minimum staff requirement, equipment requirements for establishing an ART clinic or a bank? So firstly, we will start with that for registration, what is the basic requirement for an ART clinic? And Apur will quickly take us through that.
Yes. So on the 7th of June 2022, the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare passed the ART rules, whereby the whole process for registering an ART clinic as well as an ART bank has been given. So under the Act, the ART clinics which are operating in India have been categorized into two categories, being level 1 ART clinics as well as the level 2 ART clinics. Level 1 ART clinics are those clinics which perform the intrauterine insemination process, which is basically a cure for infertility. However, when we talk about level 2 ART clinics, these are the clinics which perform techniques which help in obtaining pregnancy through the means of ART. So these are all other techniques apart from IUI.
These ART clinics have been divided into two levels depending on the nature of ART technology or the ART techniques
Services,
which are followed there.
Which services that are provided in that.
Medical treatments that are provided there for obtaining a child. So once this division has been made, then there is a minimum staff requirement as well and the minimum equipment requirements for these level 1 and level 2, right?
So when we talk about ART level 1 clinics, there's only a minimum requirement of one gynecologist to be present for it to be eligible for registration. When we talk about level 2 ART clinics, there's a minimum requirement of one gynecologist, one anesthetist, one embryologist, and one professional counselor for giving counseling.
Giving counseling with respect to the side effects, or the process that will be followed with respect to the treatment which will be given at the level 2 clinic.
Yes.
So since it very clearly level 1 and level 2 demonstrates that the size of the establishment would be quite different.
Yeah.
So I think the registration fee would also be differing in these two.
Yes. So when we talk about level 1 ART clinics, it is rupees 50,000 for registration application. When we talk about level 2 ART clinics, it is rupees 2 lakhs. And when we speak about ART banks, so there's a minimum requirement of one medical practitioner to be present who is trained or specialized in handling semen samples. And the registration fee for an ART bank would be rupees 50,000.
So what are the basic requirements which you are required to give? I think there is a form that has been prescribed in the rules, right?
So there's form 1 for ART clinics and form 2 for ART banks. So there's all these forms incorporate basic information about your clinics and banks, which will ask you for the details regarding the staffs, the equipment that you have, and other details regarding your clinics, which are basic in nature.
Which are the equipments that are required for registration? Basic equipments that must be there at the time of filing of the registration application?
The equipments required for ART clinics and banks to be eligible for registration could be found here.
So that is the list of all the equipments which are basically required to apply for the registration, and these are the basic and the most important equipments which are required, and beyond that it is completely dependent upon the level or the expertise on which the clinic is working. So once these basic requirements are fulfilled, you are ready to fill your application form, and this application form is available on the national registry where this is filled up electronically, and there is no requirement for filling it on paper and submitting it to some place. It is at the National Central Registry, which is available at the website registry.artsurrogacy.gov.in, and the link of same is also provided on the artsurrogacy.gov.in.
Right. So, and there's one more requirement. All ART banks and clinics must have a Grievance Cell. So
Yeah, that is
these
very-
grievance
yeah.
cells have been established just to address the complaints which can come out of the commissioning couple, the donor, or the surrogate mother.
Yeah. So the patients who have any kind of grievance, they can file complaint or suggestion with the grievance committee or the grievance cell of that clinic or the bank. So once this application is filled up on that portal, the central registry portal, then the application form will be forwarded to the concerned jurisdictional appropriate authority, and then that appropriate authority along with the state board will make an inspection of the premises of the ART clinic or the bank, and on their satisfaction that all the requirements are being fulfilled, they will provide the registration. Now this act, the act itself under section 16 provides that all the registration shall be attended within 30 days, and if there is any further time is required, then that can be of maximum 7 days, and that too with reasons.
Yeah.
In certain circumstances, the appropriate authority may feel that the requirements given under the act or the rules are not getting fulfilled. Then in those circumstances, the appropriate authority will have to issue notice and demand the ART clinic to fulfill these requirements. So means if there is any defect in the application form, then the appropriate authority will seek or will command the ART clinic and the bank to fulfill those requirements. And even if after that the requirements are not getting fulfilled, then in that scenario the application for registration can be rejected. So against this registration, I think there is an appeal provision for appeal.
Yes.
So where does that appeal lie?
So when the ART clinic or the bank concerned is of a particular state, then the appeal can be made to the state government. If it is of a particular union territory, then the appeal has to go to the central government. Now, if the appeal before the state government or the central government is rejected, then of course a writ petition can be filed in the High Court.
True. So section 19 of the ART Act provides for appeal, and as Apurv told, that is the state government, and then you can approach the High Court as a matter of your constitutional right. So now once the registration has been provided, then it is also a requirement that the registration form is placed at some
conspicuous place at the ART bank or clinic where it is easily visible for anybody visiting the office. So it should be easily accessible for anybody visiting.
So that means you will have to display that registration certificate. That is all with respect to the registration process of an ART clinic and bank. Thank you so much for watching this video.
Thank you.